Kurt Russell, longtime partner of Goldie Hawn, is facing a tragic diagnosis that has deeply impacted their lives. This unexpected health crisis has left many wondering about the future of their enduring love story. The looming possibility of saying goodbye to the love of her life weighs heavily on Goldie, prompting questions about how she will cope with such a heartbreaking chapter. Born on March 17, 1951. In Springfield, Massachusetts, Kurt Vogel Russell seemed destined for a life in the spotlight. His father, Bing Russell, was a well-known actor, and his mother, Louise Julia, was a dancer. Kurt's ancestry is a blend of English, Irish, German, and Scottish roots, contributing to the richness of his background. He grew up in Thousand Oaks, California, alongside his three sisters Jill, Jody, and Jamie. From an early age, Kurt showed a deep passion for sports, especially baseball. He played Little League during grade school and continued as a second baseman at Thousand Oaks High School. Graduating in 1969, the love of baseball ran in the family. His father, Bing, had also played professionally, and his nephew, Matt Franco, would go on to play Major League Baseball. Kurt's interests extended beyond sports. From 1969 to 1975, he served in the California Air National Guard as part of the 146th Tactical Airlift Wing. His dedication during this time reflected the same discipline and commitment that would come to define his acting career. Kurt began acting at a young age and quickly built a reputation as a talented child actor. One of his earliest roles was a small, uncredited appearance in the film It Happened at the World's Fair, where he famously kicked Elvis Presley's character in the leg. This memorable moment opened the door to more opportunities, including guest roles on several popular TV shows of the 1960s. In 1963, he appeared in the ABC series Our Man Higgins and soon landed the lead role in the Western series The Travels of Jamie McPheeters. Based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning novel by Robert Louis Taylor, his performance captivated audiences and marked him as a rising star. Kurt continued to gain recognition with roles in The Fugitive, where he played the kidnapped son of a police lieutenant, and in well-known series like The Virginian and Gunsmoke. These performances showcased his growing emotional range and versatility. At just 13, he appeared as a jungle boy in an episode of Gilligan's Island. Adding another memorable credit to his resume, a turning point came in 1966. He signed a 10-year contract with Walt Disney Productions. This move secured his place as Disney's top star throughout the 1970s. His first Disney film, Follow Me Boys, left a lasting impression, not just with audiences, but with Walt Disney himself. In fact, one of the last things Walt Disney wrote before his death was Kurt Russell's name, signaling the confidence he had in the young actor's future. Kurt went on to star in several Disney projects, including Willie and the Yank, The Mosby Raiders, later released theatrically as Mosby's Marauders, further proving his range and appeal. As his career flourished, Kurt's ability to move between genres from family films to dramatic television set him apart. His early years laid the groundwork for a career that would span decades and make him one of Hollywood's most enduring and respected actors. Through it all, his relationship with Goldie Hawn has remained a constant source of support and love, making the current health crisis all the more painful. Kurt Russell continued to appear in various TV shows, always leaving a memorable impression. His roles were wide-ranging, from appearances in Lost in Space to playing Quano, the son of a planetary ruler, in The Challenge, while filming the one and only, genuine, original family band. Kurt met Goldie Hawn, his future partner. That meeting marked the beginning of a lifelong relationship. Both personally and professionally, Kurt kept shining in Disney productions such as The Horse in the Gray Flannel Suit and Guns in the Heather, further solidifying his status as a beloved Disney star. As his popularity grew, he made a successful transition from child actor to leading man. His first starring role with Disney came in The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, which was a hit and highlighted his charm and comedic timing. He followed that with other successful roles, like The Barefoot Executive, making it clear he was a bankable actor. In 1971, Kurt began to break away from the Disney mold, co-starring with James Stewart in Fool's Parade. his portrayal of a young ex-convict revealed a more serious side of his acting. That same year, he guest starred in Room 222 as an idealistic high school student dressing up as Paul Revere to warn about pollution, further demonstrating his range and willingness to take on socially relevant roles. Still, Disney remained a central part of his early career. He starred in Now You See Him, Now You Don't, Charlie and the Angel, and Superdad, each contributing to his image as a reliable and beloved star within the studio system. While acting, Kurt also pursued a serious interest in baseball. In the early 1970s, he played as a switch-hitting second baseman for the California Angels minor league teams, including the Bend Rainbows and the Walla Walla Islanders. However, a torn rotator cuff from a collision at second base ended his promising sports career, pushing him back toward acting, the twist of fate that Hollywood would ultimately benefit from. In 1974, he starred in the ABC drama The New Land, which, despite strong reviews, was canceled after just 6 episodes. Kurt rebounded by returning to Disney in The Strongest Man in the World, another family hit that kept his career momentum going. The true turning point came in 1979 with the made-for-TV film Elvis, where he portrayed Elvis Presley. His performance earned him an Emmy nomination and marked a significant shift from his Disney persona to that of a serious actor. Directed by John Carpenter, Elvis also kicked off a long and successful collaboration between the two, leading to some of Kurt's most iconic roles. Kurt's ability to adapt to diverse characters became increasingly evident as he took on new and varied roles. He starred in the heartfelt drama Amber Waves and the sharp comedy Used Cars. But it was his portrayal of Snake Plissken in Escape from New York that truly solidified his image as a Hollywood tough guy. The film, directed by Carpenter, became a cult classic and highlighted Kurt's talent for gritty, complex characters. He later returned to Disney to voice the character Copper in The Fox and the Hound. Showing his continued versatility, he reunited with Carpenter again for The Thing, a horror film that, despite receiving mixed reviews upon release, has since become a genre-defining classic. In 1983, Kurt earned a Golden Globe nomination for his role in Silkwood, where he starred alongside Meryl Streep and Cher. His performance was critically praised and revealed his skill in more grounded dramatic roles. The mid-1980s brought more career milestones, including teaming up with Goldie Hawn in Swing, Shift and starring in The Mean Season and The Best of Times. His role as a rough-around-the-edges truck driver in Big Trouble in Little China. Another collaboration with Carpenter was met with mixed reviews at the time, but later gained a strong cult following. He then took a comedic turn in Overboard, starring opposite Goldie Hawn once again. The romantic comedy became a fan favorite and cemented the couple's status as one of Hollywood's most iconic and enduring partnerships. As Kurt Russell continued to evolve in his career, his roles only became more dynamic and influential, marking him as one of the most versatile and respected actors of his generation. Kurt Russell's role in Tequila Sunrise marked a turning point in how Hollywood perceived him. The performance showcased his ability to handle more nuanced, complex characters, prompting a fresh wave of recognition. He followed that with roles in Winter People and the action-packed Tango and Cash, where he teamed up with Sylvester Stallone. Both films demonstrated his range across different genres and further established his reputation as a versatile, bankable actor. In the early 1990s, Kurt took on several iconic roles that cemented his place among Hollywood's elite. He played Lieutenant Stephen Bull McCaffrey in Backdraft, a gripping firefighting drama where he brought a compelling mix of toughness and vulnerability. Then came his memorable turn as Wyatt Earp in Tombstone, where he delivered a commanding performance as the legendary lawman. He also took on the role of Colonel Jack O'Neill in the sci-fi epic Stargate, proving again that he could lead high-concept blockbusters with confidence. Adding to his long list of credits, he voiced Elvis Presley and credited in Forrest Gump, a subtle nod to his earlier role in the biopic Elvis. One of his most critically acclaimed performances came in Miracle, where he portrayed U.S. Olympic hockey coach Herb Brooks. Critics praised the authenticity and emotional depth of his portrayal, with figures like Roger Ebert and Elvis Mitchell calling it one of the strongest performances of his career. Behind the scenes, Kurt revealed another intriguing layer of his involvement in Hollywood. In 2006, he claimed to have ghost-directed Tombstone for accredited director George P. Cosmatos. Kurt said he had promised Cosmatos to keep the secret until after his death, showing his loyalty and respect for those he worked with. His collaboration with Quentin Tarantino injected a new energy into his career. In Death Proof, he played the sinister stuntman Mike, delivering a chilling and unforgettable performance. He continued working with Tarantino in The Hateful Eight and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, adding his signature intensity and charisma to the director's distinctive style. Kurt also entered the superhero realm by joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, where he played the powerful and enigmatic Ego. As always, he seamlessly adapted to the genre. However, news of a remake of Escape from New York reportedly upset him. He was displeased with Gerard Butler being cast as Snake Plissken, a role Kurt believed to be deeply American and uniquely his. He later took a personal turn with the documentary, The Battered Bastards of Baseball, which focused on his father, Bing Russell, and the independent Portland Mavericks team. Premiering at Sundance in 2014, the film offered a touching, behind-the-scenes look at his family's legacy in both sports and entertainment. Kurt remained active in action films, joining the Fast and Furious franchise in Furious 7, where he brought his trademark intensity to the role. That same year, he stunned audiences with his performance in the horror western Bone Tomahawk. Playing Sheriff Franklin Hunt, the film showcased not only his toughness, but also his capacity for emotional complexity. Off-screen, Kurt's personal life was just as eventful. He married actress Susan Hubley in 1979 after meeting her on the set of Elvis. The couple welcomed their son, Boston, on February 16, 1980, but divorced in 1983. That same year marked the beginning of a new chapter when he reconnected with Goldie Hawn. They had first met in 1966 during the filming of the one and only genuine original Family Band. At the time, a romance seemed unlikely due to their 6-year age gap. Goldie was 21, and Kurt was just 16. She thought he was adorable but too young. 17 years later, fate brought them together again while filming Swing Shift. During their audition, Kurt hung over and blunt commented on Goldie's figure. Rather than taking offense, she appreciated his honesty. Their first date was unforgettable. They went swing dancing at the Playboy Club and ended the night breaking into a home. Goldie was renovating only to be interrupted by the police. It was an unconventional beginning that blossomed into a lifelong partnership. Their on-screen chemistry and Swing Shift reflected their real-life connection, and it wasn't long before they were inseparable. What truly won Goldie over was not just Kurt's looks or talent, but the way he interacted with her children, Oliver and Kate Hudson. His bond with them was immediate and genuine. In 1986, the couple welcomed their son Wyatt Russell, and Kurt fully embraced his role in their blended family, treating Goldie's children as his own. Their relationship was built on mutual respect, affection, and a shared value of independence. Despite their deep love and long-term commitment, they chose not to marry. When asked why, Goldie explained that maintaining independence allowed them to choose each other every day, preserving a sense of freedom and mutual respect. Kurt echoed her views, and together they forged one of Hollywood's most enduring and admired relationships. Neither Kurt Russell nor Goldie Hawn, nor their children, ever felt that marriage was necessary to validate the depth of their bond. Their relationship has been filled with meaningful milestones, rich with love, humor, and mutual respect. In 1987, they starred together in the beloved romantic comedy Overboard, where their undeniable chemistry lit up the screen. The film became a fan favorite, and years later, the couple still enjoyed rewatching it and reminiscing about the joy they shared during its making. One especially memorable moment came during the 1989 Oscars. when the two playfully pretended to propose to each other while presenting an award. The lighthearted exchange perfectly captured their carefree and humorous approach to life and love, further endearing them to the public and reinforcing their reputation as Hollywood's golden couple. Their family life continued to flourish, especially with the arrival of grandchildren. Goldie's daughter Kate Hudson welcomed her first child, Ryder, in 2004, making Kurt and Goldie proud grandparents. Their blended family, which includes Boston from Kurt's previous marriage, as well as Oliver, Kate, and Wyatt, thrived under the couple's warm and supportive parenting. In 2017, both Kurt and Goldie were honored with stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in a joint ceremony. Kurt's touching tribute to Goldie during the event, "To you, I owe my wonderful life. Simply put, Goldie, I cherish you," left few dry eyes. Goldie's response was equally heartfelt. Reflecting the depth of their connection, their love story continued to resonate with audiences when they reunited. On screen as Mr. and Mrs. Claus in the Netflix holiday film, The Christmas Chronicles, and its 2020 sequel, their genuine affection translated effortlessly to their characters, adding a layer of authenticity that fans loved. Over the years, they've been frequently asked why they never married. Both consistently expressed that staying unmarried was a conscious and deliberate choice, one that allowed them to preserve their independence while continuing to nurture a committed, lasting relationship. For them, the daily choice to remain together carried more meaning than a legal ceremony ever. Could their children have each found their own paths? Kate Hudson became a celebrated actress with a string of successful roles in both comedies and dramas. Oliver Hudson built a solid career in television. Boston Russell has preferred a quieter, more private life away from the limelight, and Wyatt Russell, after a stint as a professional hockey player, transitioned into acting, forging his own name in the industry. While their home was often filled with joy and laughter, recent events have cast a shadow over their idyllic life. Kurt Russell was diagnosed with a rare and serious condition after developing persistent sores beneath his lower lip. Initially dismissed as minor, the blemishes eventually led to a troubling diagnosis: Peutz-Jeghers syndrome, PJs, a rare genetic disorder that causes dark spots on the skin and polyps in the digestive tract. More concerningly, it carries a lifetime cancer risk estimated to be as high as 93%. According to Cancer.net, Kurt's condition took a grim turn when doctors confirmed the sores were precancerous, lesions with the potential to become invasive if not treated quickly. Though not directly involved in Kurt's care, experts like Dr. Stuart Fisher emphasized the urgency of prompt medical intervention. Immunologist Dr. Gabe Downavow Merkin similarly noted that the situation demanded careful and immediate attention to prevent further complications. The diagnosis brought an emotional strain that, according to some reports, tested Kurt and Goldie's relationship. Rumors circulated about tension between them, as the emotional and physical toll of battling a life-threatening illness is heavy for any couple. Still, despite whispers of arguments and stress, the strength of their bond endured. Goldie remained firmly by Kurt's side, offering steadfast love and support as he began rigorous medical treatment and monitoring. Now facing one of the most difficult chapters in their decades-long journey, Kurt and Goldie continue to draw strength from each other. Goldie, ever the optimist, remains confident in Kurt's resilience, while he pushes forward in his battle with determination. Their love story, built on laughter, loyalty, and unwavering support, has become more than just a Hollywood romance. It's a testament to enduring partnership, even in the face of life's harshest trials.